Welcome to another edition of Pittsburgh Sports Line at Duke's Rib House and Grill. 1910 Cochran Road, 15220. We got friends of ours and guests from Churchill, Murraysville. Where are you ladies at? Murraysville, that's what I thought. Two of our biggest fans are not even sports fans, and they come here every 2 weeks. No, you told me that, so I just used that. But that's Bonnie and Merrill. They keep telling me they're sports fans. I think they're just getting away from their families. We're not having you on air. That's enough of that. I'm Al Levine, the talking machine. I got Smokin' Jim Frazier here. We got our co-host from Tuesday night when we do a live show that 3 people in Monroeville actually watch it on YouTube. And it's Zach Brenner, the Amish assassin here. So he'll be on later. We usually save him for last, but I don't know. He looks hungry. We may have to bring him up early. We'll see. I want to thank everybody for all the likes. Oh, man. That's a bad omen. Yeah, I'm wearing shorts. Oh, man. Look at that. We have 4,719 likes when I left the house, so thanks everybody for all the likes. You know my deal. If you like us first, I will like your page within reason. We won't talk about Smokin' Jim. He's the one that kicked the sign down. What happened, man? He's always doing something like this. Somebody have napkins because he's about ready to spill his drink like he's done 2 weeks ago. Oh, no, he wasn't here. I got to interrupt the program here. Not that I'm going to hit him. But Smokin' Jim,
my
here's
favorite color. Thank you. My favorite color, red and black.
Hold it. You got to thank a guy, Bill Christ, from Penn Hills.
Thanks, Bill, near Monroeville.
Do you remember Penn Hills?
Near Monroeville.
Penn Hills. He gave you this bat, and he said if he mentions anything about Monroeville, hit him over the head.
Thank you very much.
Now, he missed our show 2 weeks ago because supposedly I've never seen any witnesses, and I checked 3 sources. He had 4 tires, come out with 3 tires out of a tunnel, we don't know. But he made it this week safe. Now, I don't know if I should give you these photos because they've been in my binder for 2 weeks. He gets all these sweetie photos. I'll hold them up so he doesn't see them first. This lady is going to be a pro bodybuilder, Teresa Vancic. We were honored to have her on our show 2 weeks ago. She brought these for Smokin' Jim Frazier. So I'm honored to be able to give them to you. She said, make sure I do. They'll go in his shrine. He has 3 bedrooms. He's expanded. Thanks also to Dave Cable and Bethel Park for letting us put our show on and travel out to the neighborhoods. We appreciate it. We're seen on Verizon 32 everywhere in the Pittsburgh area, every Tuesday through Saturday night, 7 o'clock to 8. Comcast 7 is only available in Bethel Park. I was asking people to move there earlier, but we're pretty filled up, so don't worry about it. You just watch us on YouTube. We're getting a lot of great hits. Smokin' Jim, we're averaging 100 to 200 people watching our shows on YouTube. That's the Monday night show, not the Tuesday night show, which is seen by thousands of people on TV and 3 people on YouTube in Munhall and Homestead. So that's what's going on. We have a lot of sports to talk about, some great guests. We've had some people that are on summer vacation, couldn't make it out here, so we'll try to get them back on at another time. If you saw our Facebook event page, try not to mention their names. They're on double seek. No, they're on probation right now. That's just how I feel. Some say I'm a dictator. Where's that sign at? We're going to have a break in between here. We're going to start our first segment of What's on Your Mind, and we have a sponsor for it. Skeet Service Station sponsors our first segment. Thanks to Skeet Lewandowski and his parents for being our sponsor of What's on Your Mind. We're going to do that right now. Smokin' Jim Frazier, what's on your mind?
Thanks, Al Levine, the talking machine. And if you want the green,
there you go.
You got to see Levine.
Hey,
we got a celebrity in the house. Real quick, if you guys ever remember the Superstars competition, at one time Darryl Green was the fastest man in the NFL. In college, he outran Carl Lewis. And they asked him, they said, who was your college rival? and he said Lyndon Bird. Lyndon Bird was a 100-meter and 200-meter WPIL champion, a college All-American, and he's in the house. Big hand for Lyndon Bird. Hey, I want to thank the ownership of Duke's Rib House and Grill for having us back once again. Please take care of your bartenders and waitresses. And if you haven't done so already, do yourself a favor, grab a menu, because 2 weeks ago, I had the best slab of ribs I ever had in my life. Big hand for award-winning author of Slick Move Guide, Jody in the house. Big hand for international master photographer, Bill Boyce and his beautiful models in the house. Hey, I had a great weekend. Big hand for Jerome the Bus Bettis finally being inducted in the NFL Hall of Fame. Jerome the Bus Bettis rushed for 13,662 yards, 94 touchdowns. He was NFL Rookie of the Year, 6-time Pro Bowler, 3-time Pittsburgh Steelers team MVP, and Super Bowl champion. In the words of Al Levine, the talking machine, when it came to running over linebackers, he wasn't a mentor, he was a tormentor. Jerome the Bus Bettis was one of the greatest Steelers of all time, one of the greatest NFL football players of all time. This guy had all the tools, devastating blocker, good hands out of the backfield, and every defensive back in the league was afraid of him. In fact, a cornerback had a better chance of hearing Donald Trump apologize to Rosie O'Donnell than he ever did of tackling Jerome Bettis in the open field. Listen, this guy had to wait 5 long years to get into the Hall of Fame, but cream always rises to the top. And finally, we know Jerome is from Detroit. We know he played for Notre Dame, but it was the Steeler Nation that drove the bus into the NFL Hall of Fame.
If you would have heard his speech, he did say the bus now goes to Canton.
I didn't hear it.
And if you would have watched him play, sometimes instead of not just on film, you'd have said about his feet, he had some of the best feet in the business as a running back.
Well, when you grow up in Detroit, if you don't have 2 guns, you're underdressed there.
2 guns? Yeah, but feet aren't guns. We're going to have Greg Rudolph show you some guns. All right?
There you go.
That's what we're going to do. For my NFL scout, that was an excellent opening. You know I'm going to promote that on Facebook. That's one of your better ones. But never let a few of the facts get away from you, okay? I'm just trying to help you a little bit. Now, Smoking Jim, what's on my mind is I had a dilemma last night. Look that up in the dictionary. I happen to have the one Lois Brenner gave us right here. It's under D. Here was my dilemma. Our man Johnny Angel has a show every Sunday night, 7 to 10. You haven't heard it yet. That's Johnny Angel and the Halos. He was on our show. He's been a boxer, a security guy, you name it. He's still singing. He retired, but I call him the busiest musician in the business, like you're the busiest media guy. He's even busier than you. He's doing shows all over the place. Well, I'm listening to him. I call in, and he said hi to Jimbo, because my man Jimbo's right on the show. Said he loves Pittsburgh Sportsline, and he goes, what are you going to do tonight? You got a Steeler game? You got a Pirate game? I said, well, the Steelers are only practicing, so I'll watch a little bit of it, but I'm going to watch the Pirates because they're in a pennant race. So guess what I watched? Pirates, Smoking Jim. They ended up winning a great game. It was great. The only thing that's not so great is they got St. Louis in the division. Mm-hmm. And I got 2 of my panelists, Smoking Jim Frazier and Zach Brenner, who would rather watch football. So I say, watch the preseason, enjoy all the great plays that the rebuilding team makes for the 4th year in a row, and let's go Bucks. Except for John, you don't have to clap. John. Introduce yourself Tell them who you are.
I'm Greg Rudolph, owner of Pittsburgh Fight Club Pittsburgh, actually, now.
And that's a new thing
New
for
venture
you?
for me,
Yes.
yeah.
Definitely. We've been out there, Zach Brenner and I. We actually went out there, and we just said it's one of the most modern facilities, bar none.
Yes, it is.
It's a nice, large place. You got great coaches and a great reputation of winning.
Yes, we do.
So that's a tradition I know you believe in.
Yeah,
So far, I think I'm hitting on all cylinders, right?
Yeah.
You want me to stop yet, or?
No, keep going.
Well, I can't wait till you're healthy enough to fight out of that gym.
Thanksgiving Eve.
That's what I was waiting for, a first-time breakthrough on this.
Yeah, I was going to try to get on this card here at the end of the month, but it's just, I'm not ready.
You're an honest man in the fight
Yeah.
business. I
Yeah,
like that.
I don't want to lose because of a technicality, something
Right.
stupid, so I want to be ready.
Well,
So
I've seen you once live, and I saw you on film because Smoking Jim didn't want to go to Brooklyn with us, so he held down the fort at the Ivy, and you were just unbelievable, just like you were in MMA. I didn't think you were breathing until about 40, 50 seconds in. You confirmed that?
yeah, I have a little bit more ring experience and cage experience. I can calm down. I think this next
I don't
fight,
think it mattered.
Well,
To me in that, I'll just be real honest with you.
you can't take that intensity the whole time. You have to calm down if you want to last.
Well, my thing is if the other guy's being counted out,
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
If you're connected, yeah.
Yeah, my thing is, so what if you missed a couple? The ones that you did connect on,
Yeah.
we felt them sitting
I
next
tell
to the
you what,
cage.
amateur boxing is a lot different than MMA. Because, I mean, you got these big pillows on your hands, and you're punching somebody with headgear on.
Right.
I mean,
And you got
if
to
you
be
got a solid jaw, I mean, you can get hit a lot of times.
Right,
I mean,
and
as
still
you,
survive.
as you can see, and then MMA is a lot different. I mean, these gloves they're not meant to protect your face. You're meant
No.
to protect your hands.
right
And,
while
know,
you're hurting somebody.
all it takes is one. At 170, I mean, if you hit somebody, you can really hurt them if you connect well. I mean, that's a totally different ballgame.
We've witnessed that. Now Smoking Jim likes MMA. I've been
Yeah.
telling him for over a year and a half. He's on board now.
He likes the striking. He doesn't like the wrestling.
No.
Nobody
The
really
ground
wants to watch
game.
wrestling. Yeah.
The ground game is a lot tougher, but you have to be in some serious shape
Oh, absolutely.
because that'll wear you out just trying to defend against it or hold somebody down to that level.
Yeah, wrestling is a whole different type of cardio than boxing.
How do you train being in both boxing and
You have
MMA?
to do both.
Really?
Yeah, you can't be an MMA fighter and not wrestle and not grapple. You know,
So it's a
you
lot of
can't-
work.
Yeah, I mean, you can try to stand up on your feet, but there's always that phenomenal wrestler who's going to shoot on you, and
Right.
you never know if you don't have a great.
Did you
takedown
wrestle
defense.
at all in your life?
I did. I wrestled in high school for 2 years, and then I kind of went away from it and did football and baseball,
Sure.
and then I actually
More of the traditional sports.
yeah. And I went to college at Clarion, and I lived in the wrestling house with my cousin, who was a D1 wrestler.
Wow.
He has a few records at Woodland Hills High School.
What's his name?
Tony Prodosimo.
I've heard of that name.
Wrestled,
Proximos, I know.
wrestled with Frankie Edgar at Clarion. I mean,
Yeah.
so I actually had him at the gym last weekend to do some wrestling with me. So he's
You're
still got it.
serious?
Oh yeah, I'm getting back into it.
That's great.
Yeah, I can't
No,
wait to
I
fight
can't
him.
wait. Can't wait to see that. That'll be November 25th, you said? Or
29th?
29th?
I believe. That's
Okay.
Thanksgiving Eve,
Okay.
I think.
I didn't check my calendar.
Me
Smoking
neither.
Jim's my calendar guy. Not. But we just do that. He acts like he knows that stuff.
I think it's the 29th.
All right. We'll find out. You update me on Facebook.
You'll be
you
there
know.
anyways.
Yeah, thank you. We will. We appreciate it.
I always take care of you there.
No, I know. Those seats were nice. After you moved 3 rows out to get us in there, we felt honored. And that was your first time really being involved in that? Because
Yeah.
you've been around doing other stuff, but that was quite a night there.
Yeah, we're doing some bigger things with Pinnacle now. Matt, Mick was Matt's partner, and
Right, Matt
now
Layshaw.
Matt solely owns it, and I help him out with the sponsorships and events and stuff. So it's
That's
taken
good
off.
stuff.
It's definitely the most dominant fight promotion around this area, and it's gonna go far.
No, that's good. We wish you the best of luck on that. That's just one of your ventures.
Yep.
Now you got another venture because I met one of the guys behind the scenes with Reaction Nutrition.
Darcel.
That's
Oh,
my
man.
new friend.
Yeah.
Did you believe that he was a little intimidated with the interview? What
I
happened
think
with
he
that?
got nervous. I think you scared him.
Did I? Yeah. Well, I told him I was going to ask him his name, and then a few questions about sports. Since you've been on a few times, you know that. So
Yeah.
that could be intimidating.
No, he's a good guy.
But he come back strong, and he said he'd be back on. So
Better.
Yeah. Well, now that I know you're behind him, like you're coming out there again. So,
I'll come with him.
Yeah,
So
you
he's-
might
so
need
he's
to.
more comfortable.
That's unbelievable. I appreciate that respect. Hey, you got some treats here.
Yeah,
What's
man.
up?
T-shirts, shakers. I'm sure you guys already got shakers from Darcel.
Yeah, we got shakers from Darcel. These guys didn't use them in all.
This
of it.
one's for Amish Assassin.
All right, Zach got one. Now, don't give them too many of the things that I'll use because these guys are all talk.
I got all yours separate.
Oh, okay.
So we have
What do you have? Explain this.
this is something I believe everybody should take.
Your
It's
Omega
Omega,
3,
yeah.
6, and 9. I'm
Fish
with
oil.
you.
Fish oil. It's great
I'm
for
with
you.
you. You need that.
It's great for everything. It's good for
All right, I'll give one to Smoking Jim.
Development.
It'll never see the light of day.
and then a great multivitamin.
What do you got?
Life.
Hey, I'm already on life. I'm on
This is
clean.
better than life.
Because you gave it
This
to me.
will make your life
Give me-
longer.
Give me. Well, I'm trying. You know I got a few years on you. But I'm trying my best in this battle.
I think you're the only one that uses protein, so I'll leave the protein
You're right.
with you. And I got
man,
amino
thanks.
acids. Do you use amino acids now?
I'll try them because you guys have been talking. Because I want to get a stomach like yours. Look.
Good
No,
luck.
mine's- Yeah, but you eat donuts.
Actually,
I
your
don't.
your stomach's hard. I remember I used to come up to you and punch you all the time in the stomach.
Yeah, I
you do have a hard stomach.
I do. I try to work out a little bit, but not like you animals here.
No.
You guys are unbelievable. I'm
a-
just trying to maintain staying alive.
I'm a young pup.
Yeah, you are.
I got an XL for you.
Thank you, sir. Here, we got so much stuff, Bill. Let him hand it out.
Double XL.
Thank you, sir. Hey, Zach, you want to come up here with some of this
CB.
stuff? Because I got to, let's see.
Back are showing everybody this fight in Pinnacle 8.
Here, give this stuff.
Makes his debut.
Give this
debut.
stuff back to me when you don't take it, okay? Because you're not taking it. There's no way.
Take it, I'm gonna get jacked up.
You are not. I can't believe guys would lie on TV.
Never.
Yeah, right. This will be the first time. Thanks, Greg.
You're welcome.
Can we get a
Go,
photo?
boys. All right, Bill, I'm getting there.
He's looking at you. You good? Take another one just because we got all the supplies. I got life. All right.
Healthy stuff.
That
I
is.
ain't got all this stuff.
And you take it every day.
I do. I take the Omega. I take the Life. I take the pre-workout.
You aren't even eating those.
Protein. It's about. I take all kind of stuff. I take the clean every once in a while, every couple months to flush
Well,
the
I
system
figured
out.
the first 30 days I'll finish the first bottle.
Yeah,
Because I actually do a
good.
lot of stuff that
it's a good detox.
Yeah.
It gets all the bad stuff out.
I know.
You know, I try these aminos too. Amino acids are key for muscle building, muscle recovery. They'll keep you hydrated.
That's
When
what
you-
I need as I age. I
When
need
you
to
work
keep
out,
hydrated.
your brain automatically produces serotonin when you work out, which makes you fatigue. And when you use amino acids,
Keeps you going.
it keeps you going.
Yeah.
So it doesn't let your body produce this serotonin, and you can last longer.
This is the lesson I was
hydrated.
trying to tell this young puppy here.
Yeah, and we manufacture all this right here in Pittsburgh.
That's what Darcy
Really?
was saying.
Right. It's a Pittsburgh-based manufacturing company. We have our own brand, obviously, which is Reaction Nutrition.
Yeah, did you get that? Write that down.
It really is a great,
No, I'm-
great product. I used it before they sponsored me, and I loved it so much that I now work for them as a sales executive. And it was, I believe in all of it. It's a great product.
Well, you're living proof.
I do. I take it every day.
And I see how you eat.
I eat.
90% healthy. We're not going to talk
I eat
about
good
the...
90% of the time,
We're
and,
not
you know,
gonna-
and then I eat my donuts when I'm when I want to binge.
Well, we understand. You got to have a
Gotta
cheat
have donuts.
day.
Yeah.
No
My
doubt.
daughter is the
Donut queen.
you know, whenever I take her to school or I take her to work with me or drop her off, wherever I'm going, say, hey, let's stop at Dunkin' Donuts. You can't say no.
No. That's your little girl. See that finger?
Yeah.
She got you.
Yeah, she does.
And that's how it should be.
Yeah.
No doubt. Anything else you want to bring out? We covered a lot of territory here, and I appreciate the gifts, the T-shirt.
Come out and check out the gym
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll have to do that.
Yeah.
When you're working out.
every day. There every day.
Get
12
on.
to 8 every day.
Wow. We're going to have to make a date to go out there and check it out. Greg,
Thanks, buddy.
always a pleasure.
Always, man.
You take care.
Good to see
Stay
you.
healthy.
I appreciate you, sir.
That's all you can.
Hey, hello everybody out there.
All right, that's it.
Hey,
No.
we're going to fights.
No, go
Hey,
ahead.
there's fights 21st, August 21st.
Where
coming
at?
up in Lawrenceville, down to Union Hall down there.
The Teamster Temple.
Yeah, that's the name of
Nobody.
it,
We
yeah.
didn't get the email.
Well, that's Route 51 Boxing. We're trying to raise money to get Tika out to the Nationals here in October. She'll be
Here,
fighting.
look at him and stop talking so we get a good photo. Thank you. No, so this is like a fundraiser for Tika?
Yep. Get her to.
You guys got to tell us more about this.
Oh
but
yeah. It's
We'll
big,
help
yeah.
pump it up.
Good.
Definitely.
Yeah, because like I say, that's in October, and she'll be fighting for the Olympic team.
Right.
Yep. United States Olympic, USA Olympic team. Ain't that something?
that is
wow,
awesome.
That is awesome.
Definitely. I'm glad you
is
made
good,
it out.
yeah.
I didn't think.
Then there's going to be pro fights on September 6th down in West Virginia, down at the Serbian Cultural Center. Yeah, we got Sweet Child Matt Conway on. Big Chief Morgan Fitch will be fighting
Oh,
on.
really?
Yeah, and Hutchinson, Hutch will be on. And who else is on that card? Oh, Eddie Lattimore, Black Magic. He'll be in action.
Black Magic?
down there. Black Magic,
Undefeated.
yeah. Undefeated. Yes.
You're
Yeah,
a
it'll be good
you're a
time.
wealth of information,
Yeah, I'm
buddy.
glad I stopped in.
I'm glad too. We wouldn't have known half of this.
Okay.
Skeet, you always got great info.
All right.
Sorry I missed breakfast
Man,
this
Mr.
morning.
Donuts, they're almost all gone.
I'll,
They
I'll
went
be
quick
there
today. Yeah.
I was going to come by tomorrow, but you
Oh,
showed
yeah,
up.
yeah.
Now you got your pink
I
shirt.
love his shirt. I love his shirt.
See,
Thanks,
it was
guys.
worth the
Yeah.
wait.
It was, really was. Good job, Zach. Way to go, brother.
There we go.
Good job.
Yeah, I'm not putting mine on tonight. I'll save it for
I'm
tomorrow.
gonna work on it.
You
Well,
better.
I gotta
You
look good with them
you
on
look
TV.
good.
I gotta order
Zach.
mine.
Every time it's coming down here, I'm thinking, man, I got this old raggedy old
We
t-shirt
fixed you
on.
right out. You got
Good
it.
stuff. Thanks,
Thanks.
guys.
All right.
Alan, thanks. Smoking Jim, right on.
And we know you're a heavyweight guy.
Yeah.
We're two of your biggest fans right here, and a lot of
Absolutely,
people here
absolutely.
like what you do. I followed your exploits to Poland and Russia.
Russia, absolutely, yeah.
Right,
Russia,
you were in-
Russia in May.
Okay.
Yeah, and just
Tell
wait-
us a
just
little
wait.
bit about that. I know we talk personally, but a lot of people don't realize what boxers do to try to become
Yeah.
the best.
I was in Moscow in Russia with I can't remember his name. At the moment.
That's all right. You weren't supposed to be on.
Yeah.
You just come in
I
out
just
from the
got-
sun.
kinda-
Hey, you got a nice tan.
I just came from practice. Actually, I was at a great fight club out there. It's an awesome place.
You know what? I don't know what's going on. This is like an infomercial we're doing tonight.
Yeah.
The Greg Rudolph infomercials. What other venture will we have? What other venture will we have him come up for? But no, that's great. You're working out there.
I was out there in Moscow with Alex Povetkin. I was out there for 4 weeks.
I knew
Alex
if I
Povetkin.
started talking,
Yeah,
you'd come back
It come
strong.
back around. It come back.
You know
around.
how I am.
Yeah.
I'll talk.
It come back around.
No, that's great. And he's one of the toughest guys out there. Great trainer.
I must have did my job. He knocked his guy out, Mike Perez, and I think it was less than a minute. So he actually hit me with the same hook that he hit him with. So
Did he?
I was like, yeah, I know what that feels like.
That's awesome to talk to a guy that we see
Yeah.
another guy get knocked out, and you're still able to talk and walk. so-
Yeah. I did real well there. I was the only one in 4 weeks that made it from the beginning of camp to the end of camp, and I did real well and took a lot, learned a lot, good experience.
You look in great shape.
Oh,
You look like you're
yeah.
ready to fight right now.
I'm getting there. I was just talking to my manager, Pat Nelson. He got me a fight maybe over in Germany here at the beginning of September.
Great.
So
Wow.
that's why we just sparring out there at Fight Club tonight.
What do you think of the fight club, Pittsburgh Fight Club out there?
It's
Nice
awesome.
facility?
Great facility.
Yeah.
Great people. Great staff. Great owner.
Yeah.
Great, good place. Good people. Good
No,
people.
they are.
Definitely.
That's why we had him on. Did you know he was on?
I did not. No, I actually saw him out when I first got there. Then we were sparring, then I didn't know he was actually going to be out here.
Get out.
I remembered it was tonight, and I was like, well, I'm not, I was
Yeah,
right
you
there,
had said
so-
you might show up.
Yeah, I was going to try and make it by.
I'm glad you could.
Absolutely.
We're going to
Absolutely,
follow
guys.
and see what happens with you. You keep me updated when you can. You know I'll promote it.
I wanted to put
Whatever
out there,
you wanna say, go ahead.
I want to put out there trying to get into the MMA field also.
Are you?
Yeah. I'm trying to get on a show September 29th. Great. I'm talking to a couple of guys that promoted the show. So
Well, you heard it first, right on
Yeah.
Pittsburgh Sports
Yeah.
Line.
First announcement I actually made publicly about it. So I'm trying to get in that. They're making me do one amateur fight first.
Sure.
I talked to Greg Serve today about it. So
You're lining all your ducks up in a row.
We're just trying to make it. Fighting's fighting. It's just being in shape, be first, be last.
Right.
And there's not much.
I
else to
can't
it.
wait to see that fight.
I would like it. I would like to. I mean, fighting's fighting. So
Yeah.
I'm okay
In the
with
cage.
it. In the cage.
The
High school
Iron Man
wrestling.
in the cage.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Boxing's still gonna be number one, but I like
Do you
to
know
mix it up a little
wrestling
bit.
at all, or did
I
you
wrestled,
wrestle?
I wrestled in high school and junior
I
high.
thought you had mentioned that in
Yeah.
one of the interviews.
Yeah, I wrestled before. I got about 4 years of practice wrestling. Wow. So
You got
I'm comfortable on the
experience.
ground. Yeah, I'm comfortable on the ground.
Good.
So it's more natural for me.
And I know in boxing you got one heck of a punch.
Yeah.
So that could be a double threat right there. I'm hopeful.
Good chance. I'm hoping myself. I'm hoping.
I wish you luck. You got
Thank
me
you,
pumped
guys.
up there. I
Yeah.
thought we were just going to chit chat here.
Yeah.
We're talking business and fighting MMA and fighting in Germany.
Trying to get it out there and just let any promoter know that I'm interested. I'm gonna put it on Facebook here real shortly. And yeah.
Well, I'll try to hold off a little bit. You know how I
Yeah.
am. We'll have this up by Wednesday.
Nice.
So you got a couple days.
Sounds
okay.
good, guys.
You do whatever you have to, because you know how I'll help you. You're my man.
Appreciate it.
I appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
You take care.
You
Good
too.
luck.
You too.
Tell us your name, and I know you're not going to be in Pittsburgh long because now you're going to win an Oscar. And
No. My name's Chris Riskus. Been in boxing for 44 years now.
what'd you start when you were 2?
Six. My
A little
brother,
off.
my cousin, my uncle, my dad.
So they were all beating you up.
Basically, yeah, because
Okay.
I was the smallest one of the group, yeah. But I learned how to box and I like the game. I've been in it for many years. I boxed and then I went into judging. I coached, referee now, professional boxing, and so I got the opportunity to work with Jake Gyllenhaal at Southpaw in the movie with Rachel
That's
McAdams.
what we want to hear about. I'm glad you gave us a little more background, but I want to hear about your starring role in the movie there at Southpaw.
Well,
Or at least being in.
like I said, well, it was a pivotal point in the movie. Jake and I get into heated discussion during a fight. He's fighting a guy, Rayco Saunders, whose name is Teray in the movie.
Another guest at Pittsburgh Sports Line. This
And-
is unbelievable.
And Rayco was amazing, man. He did a great job on the set, and basically what happened was, ended a round. They're exchanging blows, and I go time, for the
Sure.
the bell rang, and Jake keeps punching, and so I had
Well,
to
that
jump
means
in and
tell
grab.
people that aren't boxers, time means a stop.
Right, the bell rang, yeah, basically the bell rang. So I had to grab Jake Gyllenhaal, kind of throw him off of Rayco and kind of confine him. And Jake and I kind of, basically we're in there fighting, and he didn't like it at first because he didn't think I could hold him back.
Right.
But I was able to control him. He kept trying harder and harder. In one scene, I actually thumbed him in the eye because
you?
he actually got his arm free. My arm flew up and thumbed him in the eye by accident, of course. And he was fine. Everything was good, but he didn't like that.
Sure.
So he said some choice words at me.
Whoa.
Yeah. So I'm thinking he's an actor trying to be a boxer. I'm a boxer trying to be an actor. I think I got the upper advantage. So, but it all worked out, and it was a great scene.
And they kept those scenes in there?
No, not him saying some choice words, but
Okay.
me breaking up the fight. Yeah, that was in her. But
I know I don't want to hurt your feelings again, but I have not seen the movie yet.
You know
Smoking
what?
Jim said we were going to go see it.
I was very upset
Smoking
to
Jim
hear
said
you.
we were.
I was very upset that you didn't see the movie.
Well, we means me and him.
And I'm still upset.
I
think,
know,
right
I
now.
understand. We'll work through it. but I think you're missing the we part.
Okay.
We will have to see it, Talking Machine.
Well, you didn't see my Facebook? I was invited everybody down there on the 24th.
I couldn't get there. We were busy with something else. So
All right.
You know we do some other things
Okay.
here. So I'll keep inviting you anyhow.
All right.
But I will see it when we can see it again.
But yeah.
Since he wants to go
I
back.
tell you what, it is a good movie. It is good, and I'm not saying it because I'm in it. It's a good movie. The cast was great. Forrest Whitaker, Rachel McAdams, Una Lawrence, the little girl, Jake Gyllenhaal. There's
a lot of
cast.
Pittsburgh guys too.
A lot of Rayco Saunders, Jose Carabella, Mark Schrader, myself. Jimmy Savetic was in it. Jimmy
Wow.
Savetic, and Jimmy was a pivotal. He was very important, bringing people to the casting company. So I want to thank Jimmy for that.
I want to thank him too, because if Smoking Jim, who said we're in, didn't get. Were you in an accident or did you have some issues with health?
Car accident.
He was in a car accident, and we were supposed to go there. Guess what? He had all the information in his head.
You should have called me, man. I was right there.
Yeah, but we were supposed to be there. I don't know what I would have done. I wouldn't have been in the ring, but I could surely talk somewhere.
I got a question.
Go ahead.
Is the movie about Spatafora's life? It looked like a little bit of Spatafora to me.
I think the movie itself is about boxing in general in today's world. It's not a Rocky movie by no means. You got different things coming. There's family issues. There's a daughter involved. Is it like Paul's life? I'm sure it is, yeah. Is it like about a lot of other boxers? Yeah, it is.
He didn't hear what you said there because he doesn't. As long as you agreed about Paul's life,
Okay.
that's all
Well,
he heard.
I
He was
just-
just looking for
but-
some little bit of verification.
It's definitely not a Rocky movie, so if you're looking for that, it's not that. But it's more intense. It's more of a family movie. It's boxing. The boxing scenes are like crazy. It's like real. It's like you're actually at a fight. You got Roy Jones at ringside doing the commentate. You got Tony Weeks in the ring refereeing the major fights. I had the opportunity to work with Rayco and Jake in the one scene where Jake and I get physical, and honestly, he gets suspended for what he does with me in the
Really?
ring. What
Okay,
happens.
that's one of the things in
Yeah,
there.
and it
I saw a
actually-
preview of it.
50 Cent talks about it the next day about things that happened in the ring with me and Jake. So it's really an experience. It was a great time. It was a great time.
When are you going to do your next movie?
I'm working on some things. Got some
How'd
things
I
in works.
guess?
I can't talk about it now, but
I hate
it's
when
still
they
not
can't
it's still
say.
not finalized. But I'm always trying to do something better. And
I understand.
I liked what I did in the movie. It was a great time. They liked me. So hopefully I get other opportunities.
Well, we
yeah.
like you, and you do some nice interviews.
Do I?
We did get some people here, so
okay.
we'll welcome you back again when you can announce what your new role is
Okay.
in
All
a
right.
movie.
Sounds good.
Because we
Sounds
like
good.
breaking a lot of the news around here. You know that.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Now, I want to know, since you are an official and a referee,
Yeah.
where are you going to be refereeing next? If people are interested, do you know yet? Did they tell
West
you?
Virginia, there's I think it's September 6th.
Yes.
West Virginia. I think Matt Conway's fighting. I think Billy Hutchinson might be fighting that same night.
Yeah, they are.
So, and I tell you what, they bring a lot of people. It's a great. Angelo does a great job for Mad Men Productions down in Collier Way and down in Serbian Hall in Weirton, and he does a great job. And so it's possibly there. I understand that Sammy Vasquez might be having a show in California, PA.
Really?
With Stevie Upshaw, Showtime, Stevie Upshaw.
Yeah.
So not fighting each other, but
Right.
on the same card. So I understand.
California, PA?
California, PA. Yeah, at the college.
I
think.
hope I don't have to drive with Smoking Jim again.
Card problems, huh?
No. This is a story we know, but I'll just give the brief story.
Okay.
He went to Cal U, supposedly.
Yeah, I know that with Gino.
Yeah.
Guy coached with me. Yeah.
Yeah, supposedly, but
No,
he's driving out.
He was a witness. Gino's
Okay.
a witness. He
Okay,
was there.
good. I'll
He
have
was
to
there.
talk to him
Yeah.
because I got you verifying it, and I'll need Gino.
That's right.
In most writing and newspapers, you have to have 2 sources. With him, I need 3. And you can understand that. We're driving out, right?
Okay.
Because he picked me up, said, "Hey, Talking Machine, I'll get you there." We started talking. He said, "It was just great talking with you." I said, "I think we're on the wrong side of the river." Wrong
You're
side.
Panola.
Yeah. And he goes, we're lost. And I'm like, how about your GPS? You know, because I got a dumb phone. He got the smartphone. Forget about it. Then he goes, go ask that guy with the shotgun there that's out sweeping in his yard.
He asked you to ask.
Yeah, because he goes, if I ask, do you think I'll make it back? I said, why wouldn't you? He goes, all we're doing is asking. He goes, they might think of something else. So I asked the gentleman, and he said it's all the way down the road, across the river, and up the hill.
And you found it that way.
We finally found it just by that.
Good.
Go down there, make a left, right, watch that old tree down there, and Smoking Jim followed the directions.
Well, I
We actually
understand.
made it.
Did you play ball there? I understand he was a hell of an athlete down there, is what I understand from Gino. Gino told me he was a hell of an athlete.
Well, we're trying to verify that. We also had one of his teammates, Butch Ramsey, who's a great guy and a military guy and everything. He actually come out to the Meadows to support us when Smoking Jim won the match race. He ended up beating me in a race at the Meadows. Yeah.
On the track?
Well, it was with a horse. He sat back.
Oh, okay.
He didn't breathe. I didn't know. He doesn't swim. But he couldn't breathe for like a minute and a half because the race was only a sprint of 5/8 of a mile. I was on a GoPro. You have to check it out. It's at the beginning of our special edition show. I had the GoPro the whole time. Breathe, Smoking Jim. Come on, we got to catch him. And I filmed the whole thing holding with one hand, and my driver closed. We almost beat him at the end. We were so far back, we caught him. Then he woke up at the end.
You woke up at the end.
Yeah, what do you mean?
Took a deep breath and he
oh,
was fine.
yeah, you know that. A fighter, he might get the wind knocked out of him. He knocked the wind out of himself. But it was fun, and you'll find out more about our exploits there.
All right.
But yeah, I'm glad you verified that with Gino. You have to give me his email.
Oh, for sure.
Or his phone number. I'd love to talk to him. We don't want to talk on air because he's a man of mystery right here. You might have revealed way too much.
I heard good things about him. I
thank
heard
you,
good
sir.
things
Thank
about
you,
him.
sir.
For
Well,
sure.
I'd like to promote that, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
Okay. You never know what
evidence.
you get
No
into.
evidence,
No,
right?
no, just his word. Right? We had guys go up there, searched every year for 30 years, and couldn't find one number 22 or any Frazier at Cal U.
Gino said he was there.
What's Gino's last name?
Sumerian.
Sumerian. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk
From
about
Peters
it.
Township.
Well,
Yeah.
you know what? Your interview was great with all the information on Southpaw. I and Jake with your thumb,
Well,
and stuff like that.
it all worked out. It was a good
Definitely.
scene.
Well, I saw an
go
inter-
see the movie.
I saw an interview
You
with
gotta
him.
go see the movie.
Well,
Seriously.
we are. I just don't know when we are.
It's a good movie.
Okay.
It is a good movie.
Well, I want to see you in it.
Well, I hope so too. I hope you get
On
there.
that, I will. We brought you up to talk about an award-winning author on Slick Move Guide. And guess what? Kids and football players and families, they need your book now.
Yes, exactly.
I'm like the Billy Mays of advertising
And did you-
Slick Move Guide.
He does. You do an outstanding job because you're up in my Facebook views and likes and everything.
Oh, really?
So thank you very much.
the man.
But you have to tell him too. I have an athlete edition.
You tell them.
I have an athlete edition.
She has an athlete edition.
The Slick Move Guide Professional Athlete Edition.
Could you explain what the difference is between a non-athlete like me reading it, because I've read it?
Well, the original one has a lot of extra stuff in it. Like if you have antiques and stuff, things that athletes aren't going to have. The athlete edition is kind of like the men's edition.
Whoa.
But it's for the quick. You want just
For
the
all you
facts
men
and
out
everything.
there,
Things
Slick
that you have
Move
to do.
Athletic Guide.
Yeah,
Or something like
it's when you're you don't have a lot of time to read. You're in a hurry. You're reading a playbook, and everything, and you're busy, and it's just the facts and the real important stuff.
So it
is
has all
bolded.
your list of things, like you
It
do?
has lots of lists.
Because
and-
I like
yeah.
that, because a lot of people like Smoking Jim that are athletes watching film,
Yeah.
and he's practicing all the time, what I don't know. But then he can just look at those lists and check them off.
I like that.
When
Yeah.
he moves.
Well, the athlete
When he
edition,
reads it, he'll let you know.
The Athlete Edition was actually, I wrote that in conjunction with some player development directors who I can't mention. But anyway, it really was customized for athletes that need to relocate and don't have a lot of time to do research and stuff like that. Just tells
How
you.
about for rookies that are relocating from college?
Yes, exactly. And it tells you things like how to transport a firearm, stuff they get in trouble for. So
Like, don't put it in your pants, your sweatpants, and don't go into a bar
don't tuck
in
it
New
in
York.
your Speedo.
Right. Leave the Speedo out of it. Holster that thing.
What thing?
The gun. This is a family show. I don't know how we lost it here. Okay, back to the Slick Move Guide.
Yes.
Where do they get it?
Amazon.com. You can get the Slick Move Guide at Amazon.com.
And what's your website?
My website is www.slickmove.net.
.net.
Yeah, and I
Smoking
blog
Jim.
too, and Jim's my guest blogger sometimes, and you can read the blog posts. And on the website, there's a tab that says helpful moving blogs, and that's a really good place to look for some tips.
What will they find out in there?
Everything from like how
Give
to
me one of your best tips.
One of the best ones is how to research a moving company so that you don't get sucked into fraud. That's a good one.
I like
yeah. And there's also one that talks about the emotions of moving and how that can affect you and how you can stay in touch with your family after you move.
How will that affect you? What do you
What?
think?
Some people get lonely.
Oh, really?
Lonely for their family.
So I'm not even asking what you do. Read the book, Slick Move Guide. We're honored to have the award-winning
Thanks
author.
for having me up. I didn't expect this. Thank
Well,
you very
we
much.
do that with fans and friends of ours.
You're dedicated fans.
Yes.
Yes.
Very good, Jody.
Thank
It's
you,
a pleasure.
Al.
You're welcome.
Thanks, baby.
All right, lady. I tell you what, everybody knows that he's one of the greatest photographers on the planet. He's also in the Mixed Martial Arts Hall of Fame. This guy got cooking books out there, and he's the best chef on the planet. I tell you what, best cookout I ever went to was at his house. Big hand for international master photographer, Bill Boyce.
And I want to thank you for donating money to our scholarship community fund. And then that got you to win a grill that Andy from EV Hardware donated. And we got to finally eat off of that grill.
It's Weber SP350.
That was good.
Fantastic gas grill. It's on my back porch. I use it 2 to 3 times a week.
And you were cooking up 2 grills that day. I never saw Smoking Jim eat 5 steaks. I mean, I only had 1.5 steaks. I had 2 chicken, and what else did you have?
Oh, we had hamburgers, hot dogs.
I had hamburgers, no hot dogs. I was watching, just trying to get the protein, not eating all the buns like you did. He had 8 buns with the steaks. I don't know what that was about. Then you had corn.
I like buns.
cooked on the grill.
I know that.
Over a charcoal grill in the cob.
You
And
roasted
turned
it
out
in
really
the
good.
husk.
Yep.
That was good.
Smoking Jim never had that before, so I get to see a couple things Smoking Jim never saw.
Didn't even need butter.
Then you had some homemade pasta salad.
Yeah. He crushed that. I noticed
Potato
that.
salad was good too, man.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I must agree, that potato salad was delicious. You chopped a few onions in there too on
Yep.
top of it.
Sure
Fresh
did.
onion. I know I see all the different meals that you make, and I can't make fun of any of that. It was delicious.
Thank you. Yeah, you know, in addition to being an international award-winning master photographer, I am a chef. I have 2 published cookbooks.
What are the names of them?
The
Can you
Camp
tell us?
Chef Does Wild Game, which is available at Amazon.com as an
Okay.
ebook. And the Camp Chef Does Fish and Seafood, which I'm self-publishing, so
Okay.
It's going
so
pretty
one's
good, too.
already out there, and
Right.
you're doing a self-publishing now.
Right.
No, I'm glad I brought you up. I had to twist your arm. Not really, but he come right up. Because you have a T-shirt that you wear. Camp Chef?
Yeah, the Camp Chef, that was specially made for me by my sister-in-law.
Wow.
So I got it for Christmas like 10 years ago. It was the first time I worn it.
And it still fits
And it still fits.
with all you eat.
She bought it extra big to start with, so
Okay, you grew into it.
I grew into it.
Well, we appreciate all the photos that you take. And I missed all your models today. I don't know where they went, but somebody said they were here. I don't see him anywhere.
I didn't go pick anybody up today.
I know. I saw you before the show began, and you look strong now. You look stronger. Bill.
Better than I did.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thanks for having me on the show.
Bill.
You're welcome.
Y'all have a great day.
Hey, you did forget one of your shakes. Yeah, because you can mix your vitamins and everything in there.
Where's my stuff to go?
Here, I'll give you. I'm going to give it to you because I know I was said to give you 2 aminos and give you 2 proteins. Don't put them both in at the same time. Do one separately.
What if I mix them all together? Will I get super jacked?
You'll piss it all out. When you ask a question like that, you get an honest answer. Jim, look up. Thank you.
See that there? Product placement?
Yeah, that was good. That was good.
I thought so.
Yeah, we do that.
Smoking Jim Frazier, NFL scout. How do you feel about on an NFL roster? And mind you, they don't have to be trimmed yet. So you could have like a college team right now as far as the NFL goes. There's no limit right now. You don't have to cut down until after the 4th preseason game. But how do you feel about you only have 1 kicker on the roster, and he's kicking off in the second half of one of the 5 preseason games, and he's out there trying to stop a tackle on a return? The kid blows out his ACL. Now we don't have a kicker.
Tell him who you're talking about. He didn't watch the game.
Oh, Sean Sweezum. At the same time as Sweezum's blown out his knee, our other former kicker, Jeff Reed, is getting escorted out of the stands. So I don't know if it had anything to do with simultaneous or whatever. If Jeff Reed was having one of his kicker, pride moments.
Yeah, he just.
That's
how whatever it was, he was fighting it.
But you know what I mean, Smoke Jim? Jeff Reed should have been kicking that ball at that point. Who cares what happens to Jeff Reed if he gets his head bashed in? But you know what I mean? That you got rookies for the Vikings that, hey, everybody wants a job. Everybody wants money. Who doesn't want to play in the NFL? So at that point, you're still going to get some contact. It's a full contact sport. So it's not like they're not going to hit Sweezum. He got a red uniform on, a red jersey, like they can't touch him in practice or whatever. So I just think that's going to be – we got enough problems right now and enough things to
I heard he's done for the year.
Out for the season.
Yeah.
Done. So there goes our kicker. So now we don't have a kicker. So
and it's hard to find a kicker that can kick at Heinz Field. That's the key.
So
I agree.
Why is that?
Because of the circling and the wind, the bad field.
Can anybody hear him back there? Is that
open
PA
end
working?
zone? It's tough.
I don't think the PA system's working.
Has the PA system been working?
I don't think so.
Because he's talking so quiet, I can't even hear him.
I heard what's on his mind real loud and clear, crystal clear. But
well, I was trying to find out about Heinz Field and why kickers can't kick.
It just goes to show you the total roster mismanagement that takes place under this current regime. That's coaching. There was no reason for Sweezum. Have the second punter kick off. Who cares? It's a meaningless game. It meant nothing. You know what I mean? So now to not have a kicker that we depended on now, that was guaranteed at that stadium. I don't have, there's no mannerism or Tomlinism that can make up for that, that coaching decision.
Obviously.
That did. Smoking Jim, that was great. I'm glad they heard
back to the games that Smoking Jim didn't watch in Pittsburgh on Sunday night.
He was busy.
Your first round draft pick, Bud Dupree. I didn't even know he was playing, but he was in there. He was out there. I think he's number 48, Smoking Jim. 48, Bud Dupree.
I saw him run onto the field.
I get a text from a guy, in football, and he says another one of those projects at linebacker or whatever. So whatever that means, Smoking Jim. You know a little bit more about that terminology than I, but. Not another great. Seemed like he was doing a lot of Jarvis Jones. He was doing a lot of running around, like pursuing. He was chasing.
Was Jarvis Jones in the game?
I don't know.
I don't think I saw him.
I don't think I saw him.
I was flicking the channel because of the Buccos, but I don't want to get you too riled up.
No, we're going to talk about that next.
I don't want to get you riled up. I'd rather talk Steeler talk because it's Steeler season.
Now it is, but
after this, after that, you knew Landry Jones, Smoking Jim, you knew Landry Jones wasn't going to move that offense. It didn't matter if we had the first string offensive line. Landry Jones is a terrible quarterback.
Yeah,
I know it was a terrible pick. We go back to that pick, man. That was a wasted pick. They even moved up to take that pick and traded something else to get Landry Jones.
Next year's fourth-round pick. We lost next year's fourth-round pick to get him.
You have to admit, Smoking and Al Levine, that Landry Jones is just not a good quarterback. He just doesn't look good back there. However you want to put it.
Well, he did hit a couple guys in the hands that are receivers, so it didn't make it right, but they dropped the ball.
Wow.
So it looked embarrassing. Matter of fact, I was glad I was watching the Pirates, who weren't doing well at the time early in the game.
So. Well, I was glad that Landry Jones brought his A game to the basketball court in Bethel Park when me and Al Levine were broadcasting. I mean, that's the best I've seen out of Landry Jones in his whole stint. He made some
nice passes.
His whole stint,
right?
So
they were nice passes.
But after that yawn of game, you flip over, and I actually flipped the radio on, and I caught the beginning of the seventh inning.
Did you? What an inning!
I never heard it. Even on the radio with Greg Brown, it was still.
You got the radio on your jet ski?
To score 9. I got a boombox, Smoking Jim. I got a boombox.
It's on his shoulder.
I ride the river with it on my shoulder.
You can see him coming.
You can't. You can hear me coming too. You can see me and hear me.
And that was a heck of an inning. It didn't look like it would become like that.
How many Pirates games have you ever been at when there was that kind of an explosion?
Not for 9 runs. I've seen a couple 5, 6, 7 runs over the years.
I can't remember the last time, Smoking Jim, when we swept the Dodgers. So I know we're going to take a lot of flack tomorrow. I'm preparing myself for it going into tomorrow because the Prophet and the talking machine are all jazzed up and fired up that we lost to the Vikings.
No, I'm not. You missed the point about it. They're rebuilding. They've been rebuilding. This was a practice game, so that's what we got out of it. It was practice, and the bad part, like you said, is an injury to one of the best kickers in the league, which is our guy. That's even worse. And then it makes me wonder how Tomlin got an extension. I mean, how long do you have to rebuild? How many times do you not get the players you want? Like, what do we do on defense? I'm still talking Steelers.
You know what Tomlin should have did, Smoking Jim? He should have brought back the chin. He should have brought back Cowher onto the staff, man, and
Cowher
we will win.
Won't come back.
I know, but
he's happy.
Cowher had a better.
The one thing that Jerome Bettis said in his induction speech was Bill Cowher deserved to be in the Hall of Fame, and I agree with it.
Well, so to answer the question from last week, then, I mean, wouldn't Bill Cowher qualify as having a better chance of being the next one to get into the Hall of Fame of the Steelers?
No, I don't think so. Donnie Shell. I'm for Donnie Shell.
Donnie Shell?
He should be in. They've been ignoring him. Just unbelievable.
Kevin Green's another
one. He should be in. Really? There's those two guys there. Whether Green goes in as a Steeler, I don't know.
A lot of guys were arguing yesterday, Smoking Jim Frazier, that Jerome Bettis was good, but he wasn't great. What would you say to that?
Great. Changed the game. Great.
For a big man, I'll tell you what, he did a lot of things, got a lot of yardage.
3 yards a clip.
No, he was getting 1 yard a clip, and that's what in the stats. That's hard to quantify that with. He should have had more yards. Yeah, look at that's not in there. Like validate, check for more information. Read a book, something you guys don't know about. Take your vitamins. That's all.
Hey,
take 3, 6, 9.
I'm taking
Take life, and you need amino acids.
I already took a couple back there.
Is that what happened to you?
Yep.
You're pretty spunky now.
Yep, I'm getting ready.
I advise you to take clean because you need a detox like nobody's business, buddy.
Hey, Levine.
Where's clean at?
He said, where's clean?
He didn't give you any clean because you're not going to take it.
Smoking Jim got all those Mexican
supplements. You got a T-shirt.
Look you boys.
What are we showing? A trifecta? Yeah. 1, 2, 3. All right, the infomercial for Greg Rudolph and all his ventures is over. We still got to talk sports. All right. He's welcome anytime bringing gifts. He already knows that. What's that? Teresa. No, that's something. She works out an hour a day.
I know. I heard that. She said that on the show. I thought it's about 4 or 5 hours.
That's what I thought, that she does that. And a shout out to Jeff Harlan, Jeffrey. I heard he had to go in for surgery. I don't know
No.
what. I saw something on Facebook. You know, for some reason, Facebook holds back a lot of stuff that I don't see. Then I saw that.
Well, because look what you do
I
with
know.
Facebook, man.
I
You
know.
know, Zuckerberg, man. Al Levine's on Zuckerberg's dartboard.
I know
He throws
that.
darts at Al Levine.
That's all right.
And how many people he can invite and how many likes he can get.
Just keep liking us. We'll like you, and we're spreading the word about Pittsburgh Sports Line. We appreciate it. You know, just with the people that showed up tonight. Look, we got people just dropping in. Where's your man? Could have been on the show. Mr. Bird could have been on.
He wanted to beat the traffic.
You know what? Who would think? People must be intimidated by the talking machine. What's going on here? I can't believe it.
I mean, that tan, that complexion.
Yeah.
You know, you got all that vitamins and all that juice pumping through you, that good healthy juice that
Yeah.
you take, all
Yeah.
that green tea,
Yeah.
all them probiotics.
Yeah, that's what we got going on. We'll get you on some of the juice, but start with those vitamins and the amino acids you might want to hold back a little bit. Protein, definitely. Instead of eating those chips, put protein in you, okay? Only cheat one day a week like Greg Rudolph does. We got to end the show. Thanks, everybody. Exactly. Thanks, everybody, for coming out. We appreciate it. Glad you enjoyed the show. Be safe out there. Stay Joey strong.